Yeah, I'm here doing some kind of work routine. You can see I'm busy. I'm waiting for that to show up. That's supposed to be in the next. It was supposed to get here 15 minutes ago, but it seemed like they're being delayed. But it's coming here today, this morning. It should be here in the next, somewhere between 1 or 2 hours. The last time I ordered the first one, I actually had the tracking device uh, on the map, and it shows where the Amazon van was at. By the time it reached near that spot, that's when I climbed out the truck and I walked over there and I saw Amazon driver and I took it from him. This is what was going on with me. I was supposed to use one of these. These are brand new. I thought I had to go to the auto parts store. I'm doing some kind of work on the APU. I put too much oil in the APU and I'm trying to drain it out. Put too much oil in the APU and I drain it out. You can see where I was. I was fixing to go to the auto parts store to get me a socket this size to fit this breaker bar, because this breaker bar is too big. So instead of that, I thought, this swivel joint extension. I had this when I was on Western Express truck in 2022. I had this still packaged and not open. So I just used a pair of shear scissors and cut it, and I just released this from the package. That package has been sitting around for 3 years. Haven't used it. So I said, all right, let me check and see if it will fit this, because I was gonna go to the auto parts store to get me an extension to fit this right here, so it can fit that. Oh shoot, yo man, I'm right here talking. It's draining out. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to check it now. I'll put some oil back in there. So it's like, yeah, I just pulled it. I had to use a breaker bar because that bolt was too strong. Plus, if I'm strong enough to actually pull it, I might as well break that this right here. It might get messed up. The mechanical parts in there might get messed up if I'm too strong. You know, I might break the ratchet handle and mess the teeth up inside it. So I'm right here. The reason why I'm doing this thing, it had went past the limit. Let me show you. This is a Thermo King. Hold on a second. Looking for the logo. No, it's a carrier. Yeah, carrier. I thought it was Thermo King. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I had it all the way up here. I had it somewhere all the way up here full. So now I just drained it. The reason why is because whenever I turn it on by a remote up inside the truck, it will come on, like it would struggle to come on, and as soon as it starts, it would run for a couple of seconds and then cut off, and then it says check engine. I already know what it is. It doesn't say what it is. It says check engine on the remote control, the remote pad, and then it says check engine on the outside box. So not only the reason why I overflowed it is because at one point the oil level was so low, it reached almost that. So it used to cut off. You see, I hesitated to put oil in it, so it cut off. So I went starting it again. It would idle for a few seconds and then cut off. So now, since it was kind of cold outside and the weather wasn't too right, I didn't have time to remove all the panel and stuff. So I just went ahead and got me this, and then stuck the funnel right here and then poured a few drops, and guess what? As soon as I turned the remote on, it stayed on for good. It stayed on and stayed on. But here's where I messed up. I kept thinking, as the days go by, I'm thinking maybe I should put a little bit more. The thing is, I didn't even check the dipstick. I hesitated. I mean, I didn't have no choice, so I just had to pour some in there because it was kind of dark, you know. So I hesitated to check the dipstick to see how much is in there. That's what my problem was. I messed up. It was my fault. It's my fault. So now, since I got a chance to do it the right way, I don't have to go to the auto parts store, or what do you call that? Hold on for a second. They got the special tool store. They got the special tool store. I forgot the name of it. Anyway. I forgot. I was gonna go there, but now, since I got the stuff for it, I don't have to do it no more. Alright, it's like, you might as well leave it at that because it's been too full. So I want it to start up much faster, and I want the sensors to respond quicker and the computer to be sensitive to it much faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up right now. I'm gonna use this towel right here and dry off some of that mess. As a matter of fact, I don't feel like nastying up my gloves. I'm gonna nasty up my hands instead. There's a drain plug right there. I don't like the wires getting soaked, but anyway. I'm gonna go under there and try to dry it up. I'm gonna clean the wires off. I'm gonna try not to get electrocuted or anything. Alright. Wanna dry them up? Oh shit. Excuse me. Hold it. Something just... Oh, okay. I thought I pulled the wire. I didn't know that. Excuse my language. I forgot. I felt something pull loose a while ago. Yeah, so it's like this. Since the last couple of days, I hesitated to turn it back on because I knew what the problem was. Over a period of time, it's like you use it when it's over full and it doesn't do anything. Alright, I pulled away and I did these people a favor to go recover a truck, and then came back the next 2 days. Guess what? It only turns on for a few minutes and then cut off, and it started getting worse. So I'm gonna see where it's at. Hold on. Damn, what the heck I did with it? Here it is. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I want a nasty up my gloves anyway. I hope y'all can see that because I had to lay the cell phone down on a cardboard box. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. Before I wrap everything up, I'm gonna go ahead and test it out first. And make sure everything look all nice. There goes the oil filter right here. So far I did tighten it. So far this is right here. Let me check it again. So it's about 3/4 full, something like that. Go ahead and try this. No, I was waiting for the weather to get right, so it's fair. It's more like 60-something degrees anyway. The next thing I'm gonna work on is this. Even though that thing from Amazon is pretty good, the truck's driving okay, but it's kind of sputters when you cold start it and you start driving it. It will jerk a little bit. But that thing from Amazon is pretty strong. I just got to keep using more of it. But at the same time, I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna take that DPF unit out of the truck completely. I'm gonna take it apart and see where it's at. Here it is. It says oil. Well, that's because it was too full. You should start and it should stay on for a couple of minutes or longer. It should stay on longer. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. So I'm gonna go do this. As a matter of fact, hold on for a second. Here's the remote. As you can see, it says check engine. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. Hold on a second. APU starting. I gotta hold it down. Alright, you see, it's gonna struggle. Alright, wait a second. Let's hear what it tells you. You see, I already let some oil out. Right about now, it should shut off, but it didn't do it. You see, it's struggling. Yeah, it's gonna shut off. Yeah, it's struggling. We're going to see what that is. I might have to keep doing that. Yeah, check APU engine. Let me try it again and see what happens. Yeah, something else is wrong with it too. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. Some bad shit. Yeah, maybe something else is wrong with it. I noticed that it had some bad electrical connections too. One time I had to mess with a plug right here. You can hear it click. Yeah, like what's it doing now? No, wait a minute. Yeah, I do have a bad plug connection. I smell a lot of smoke though. I don't know if it's a filter or what. Let me try it again. If it picks up on its own, then I'll know what it is. Hold on for a second. I just lost it. Here it is. Hold on a second. Pull this out. Try it. You hear that click? I could hear it. I don't want to damage it though. I never had this problem before. It's my first time. I don't know, it must be starting for fuel or something. Yeah, it's got a lot of smoke coming out of it. Yeah, something else is wrong with it. Oh man. See a lot of smoke. Oh, you know what? The possible chance, maybe too much of that oil must have choked it. That's probably it too. So I gotta work it out. I don't know. Check APU engine. I'll go ahead and try it again. Yeah, something else is wrong with it. Just have to keep trying again. See what happens. Every time I mess with this wire, that's when it starts coming back normal, and that's when it goes back to normal, it start acting up. It's been doing that. It's got a bad connection right there too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it on for a while. I can't tell if I flooded it too much, but I know there's something else might be wrong with it. I know something is wrong with the plug for sure. Because every time I do like this, and then I was stretching my arm over here to turn it on at the same time, and then I mess with this, like turn it around in a circle here, click. Yeah, that's what's happening. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to burn off the excess that might be in there. I don't like the noise. I noticed one thing, the fan belt's pretty loose. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. I did it on purpose. I'm gonna try it again. You know why it works so fast? Because there's a bad plug. Plug is bad. It's not getting a connection. That's why now I'm pressing it in. I'm pressing it in. You see it's steady. If I budge a little bit, it might go back again. Watch what happens. Yeah, the connection is bad, and I put too much oil in it. And the fan belt's loose. Because last time I was messing around with it, I remember I was doing a routine check. I even spin the propeller blade just like that, and the belt would just stay steady. You could just pull your finger up against it. You would get enough play on the fan belt. See, now it's acting normal. It's gonna trip out sooner or later. I want to let it work out first because it's been sitting around for a while. So you see it coughing up all that smoke and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna test it out and make sure. I might have to sever those wires. I'm gonna cut those wires and put another plug on. Alright, let me try this. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try it again. Ready? See, it starts faster now. It's a plug. It's a plug. It's this. This is what's causing it. And something else was malfunctioning before I even knew about it. This would actually come on when the truck is driving or when the engine is running on the truck. You could turn the truck on, so something else must have went out. It's been defect before I bought this truck anyway, so. But that mechanic said that the generator might not be working. Yeah, so it's kind of back to normal. The only thing is, the reason why this thing would be tripping out like that is because those wires, they're partially connected. It's like when you budge them, it's like they might stay close together for a while and run the APU unit. But if you ever move the truck around and come back to the same spot, or if that connection just start to spread open a little bit, you know, it's gonna come back to the way it was. It's gonna be hard to start and all that. But I could go ahead and try and mess with it and see if that's a problem, because one of those wires probably control some kind of solenoid, you know, that will make the engine start, or I don't know. I don't want to guess or nothing, but one of the wires might be doing something else to the engine to make it trip out like that. So far it's still the same as it is, so yeah, I don't see no codes or nothing. This is it. Yeah, let it run for a good while. Solid mode. It's been doing this normally, but I wonder. Let me try it again. Do it one more time. Let me try it again. She's better now. Alright, I hate to go disappoint myself like this, but how about, since it's been running so good, if I start doing like this? If it cuts off or do anything stupid, I mean, you know, malfunction or whatever. Alright, it didn't do anything. Maybe because I flooded the engine, I drowned it. Probably that's why. Alright, I ain't gonna mess with it. I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, no. Shit happens on it. Alright, let me wrap this up. Oh, this belt right here is loose. It's still good enough to spin the blade. It's still good enough to spin that fan. But it needs to be changed. It sounds pretty normal. Yeah, I let it out, that's why. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. No, I'll pull it out. Let me try it again. Yeah, I messed with it. This thing is sensitive, man. Alright, that's good enough. I'm gonna turn it off. Right. This thing got a serious protection system. That's pretty good. Now, save costly repairs too. If you overflow it, if you're undernourished it with oil. You know what I mean? It has a way of protecting itself. Alright, let me try to dress this up. Get all this crap out of the way. Alright. Alright. Alright, so far. I guess that's it, man. I already tightened all of that. Yo, what the hell is this? There's something right here. Oh man, I thought something was upright. It looks familiar, but I don't know what it is. Or it could be one of these, I don't know. Yeah, I know. That ain't too good. I'm going to put this away. I know I didn't break anything. Alright, let's try to see if I can do something else. I don't necessarily have to use any more of this. So I'm just go ahead and put this over here. Alright, what else I gotta do? I'm gonna hold on for a second. Let me try to figure this out. I'm gonna use this. I need some camera footage here. Let's see if I can do it this way. Trying to figure out what's best. Probably this. I'm gonna try this. Alright. This will go underneath. I'm just giving her an idea what I'm doing. Put the wing nut back on. I think this should have went over there anyway. Kind of rough dealers. Make sure we have that. Make sure not to miss it. Amazon should have got you already. They had to extend the delivery time. They said expected delivery between what was it, 10:30 to, wait a minute, oh, between 11 o'clock and 10:30, 11 o'clock and 11:30. So now they switch it over to 11:45 to 1:45 p.m. Because they figure that they're gonna be slow. Strip the threads. Make sure to stay. Will you believe I went driving around without putting a plastic tie on this thing? Because it once had it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on. Yeah, I had to mess that up. Oh, this must be it. That's probably what that's what broke off. Oh, let me check this out. That's probably what that piece was. So I had to do it, man, because this thing is rusty. So I still got my way out. Let's see, look at this right. Oh, I forgot. Let me introduce you to the problem. This right here is loose. Here it is. Now watch me turn the fan. It probably shouldn't be so tight, but anyway. See, there it is. You see the pulley? Anyway. And the other one should have a second. Oh, there it is. There was a flywheel. And that must be the main engine. I can't reach the other side. It's too tight back there. Alright. I just spin this around. Wait a minute. Get this one. Yeah, by the way, today's Sunday. I forgot to tell you. And make sure you slide this into the notch. Yeah, there it is. And then over here you slide this. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, something like over, right. I didn't get it yet. I'm getting there. Let me try this real quick. Alright. I'm gonna have to stick my finger, my hand over to this. Try to line it up. Everything's kind of disoriented here. So I'll get it. I'll get it, man. Don't worry about it. It takes a while. Try it again, try it again, try it again. Hold up. You see the stud right there? Yeah, there it is. Now I gotta line the top up. I gotta make sure. Yeah, no, wait a minute. I don't think it's there. The hard part is to get that stud back on. I'll try it again. I want the top side to wedge into the slot. I'm trying to get that, yeah. And then at the same time, I gotta line that up. I gotta line that up and see if it goes back on. This thing wasn't so hard to do, but the thing is, when I put it back on, I didn't put it back on all the way right. Yeah, now it's in there. I could tell. And then I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, I'm getting it. All right. Oh shit, I just had it. All right, so far that went in, and you can see I'm hold up. Somebody must ride in a Honda CBR 1000. maybe I don't know. Alright, you notice this thing is bent because I was just trying to struggle to take that off a couple of weeks ago. Anyways, whenever I press, hold up, I'll wait till you finish. Hold up. You messing around this boy. I used to have one of them things. I still got bike endorsement anyway. When you press down on this, make sure that top side doesn't seesaw and pop upwards like that, because it's got to go in a slot to keep it from battering around. So it went in there perfect, so I got it good. I'll go ahead and organize all this stuff later on. I ain't got time for this. Right now I'm just about skimpy and I'm just about broken money, so I don't have time for this. Oh man, this ain't gonna be too easy. Everything's all messed up. That's how I did it the last time, so I might as well finish it. Let me use my other hand, it's much faster. It's 36 minutes now. Hey, that fuel sender unit video I was doing, that I just shot today. That's the problem I've been having. It turns on by itself. Like, probably something inside it that's causing it to do that. Wait, let me double check and see if it's... I don't mind it doing that once in a while. I just don't like when it does it, when I didn't program it to do that. Alright, I'll just come back over here and turn it off. Yeah, that's what's dangerous, man. I could have lost my fingers. I could have got mutilated back there. I forgot about that. Yes, been doing that. Sometimes it would do it when I'm driving the truck too. Alright, I'm gonna finish it. I hope y'all ain't gonna go crazy. That's just too bad. Stuff happens, man. Yeah. And I got a lot of work to do. I gotta organize the truck and the APU. I'm trying to save it. I had this thing in there one time. It did go on, you know. I don't know what the heck happened. Alright, it's going down. It's going down. You can see it didn't have no threads from the start. I'm just tearing it up just to get by. It did work before. I had it close. But I don't know what. I guess I gotta press down on it. That's probably why. I'm gonna go ahead and press on it. In case y'all don't know, I not only mess around with trucks, I used to fix bikes too. I know how to pull the back tire from the swing arm and all that stuff and take the chain off. I remember back in Lauderdale Lakes, I used to grab the back tire of the motorcycle and I'll raise it up and put it on a block or something. And then I'll just get a, like a monkey wrench or something like that. And I'll get a spanner and just take the bolts off and stuff. I used to handle bikes a lot, man. And now I'm stuck with trucks. If you don't believe me, I'll show it to you in a while. I got motorcycle endorsement on my commercial license. I got class AM. M as in motorcycle, A as in commercial. One thing I never did with I never pop wheelies. I don't care for that. Alright, I'm getting it. I had 4 bikes in my lifetime. I had 2 street legal dirt bikes and I had 2 sport bikes. They call them enduro. The terrain, street legal terrain bikes, the one with the turn signals, brake lights, license tire. They call them enduro bikes. It ain't gonna be perfect, but I'll try it anyway. Let's see if I can do it. I did better than that, but I'm gonna just go to the other side and forget it. It's not gonna go nowhere special. This APU must be old. Hang on a second. This APU is old anyway, but one thing I noticed about it got some good parts. It sounds pretty healthy. It's just certain things about it is just not intact. It sounds pretty strong. It don't sound so bad, but just have a few minor things. Alright, this should do it. Alright, I don't want to go too far with that. It's pretty solid. It should stay. Alright. Just be aware that thing can cut itself on anytime. I don't feel like nastying up myself too much. I'll go ahead and use this. Shit. Yeah. What do I do with this? Let this go back in the truck. We'll put this aside for right now. I guess I'm finished, man. Next thing I want to work on. You see the strap? It's loose. See, you could even turn it. Oh, the last time I said I would have to remove the cage. No, I don't have to. Just remove this, that, and that, and slide this off, and this, and this. Just hold on a second. Just slide this off, like take this out and take this out, and then start disconnecting this. And one of these straps right here actually go on that bracket, this big old bracket right here, if you could see it. This big old metal piece, yeah, it goes straight into it so it can hug and stay secured. And you're gonna have to disconnect this. I'm thinking this might be a pain in the ass. It's gonna be hard to come out. And then the dozer pipes, dozer connections, dozer valve pipes, or whatever they call them. And another sensor has to come out, excuse me. Another sensor right here. And there's one up top back there behind. I can't see it, but let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? It's somewhere in the top exhaust pipe. So there's 3 sensors that gotta get pulled out. There's 3 of them. One there, and one up top where that pipe is at. It goes straight behind it, somewhere up there. There's 3 sensors of temperature or whatever sensors gotta come out. And down there's gotta come out. And then after I loosen all of that, then I'm gonna have to put the floor jack underneath it. The floor jack is right there. It hasn't been used yet. So right now, what I'm in the process of doing with this, I already put the first batch of DPF cleaner inside both fuel tanks, like this one and the other one. Right. So it did its job, but it's not complete. I'm not saying I don't trust it. It works a lot stronger and better than the first brand I bought. The second brand, the yellow and black can, what they call it, Zato. Yeah, that one is the strongest. It treats up to 130 gallons, but I had 37 gallons in there. The only thing I'm thinking, it must have knocked off the soot from the top side of the filter, according to how it looks on the website. But the bottom side, the bottom side, it hasn't been taken care of yet. You still got to pour more of that stuff in there and work its way right through until it goes out and go down in there. Because I just turned on park to regen and it says regen fail. Like, I checked everything. Park to regen, I selected park to regen, and it says, what does it say? Diagnosing. No, it says it's setting the regen, and then it says regen fail. And so I checked something else out. It was what was it? Trying to remember. Oh, it has a section where you can select enable regen or cancel regen, or disable. Enable regen or cancel, something like that. I could see where it had that little tiny X next to enable regen. So that didn't work either. The main culprit is this. It has to be taken care of. It's more like I'm here thinking and fantasizing about what's going on inside of this. I never cracked this open, but I've seen what it looks like on YouTube, on the website. It's like my mechanic said that. I asked him a question. I said, is this middle piece, is this middle section right here, the filter, is that where the filter is at? And no, I remember. He said yes. The filter is somewhere right here. What's down there, that's just a part of the unit, he said. I'm thinking that's where it catches the soot and stockpile up in there. I don't think so. It has to stay all in the filter. It should. But I don't know what it looks like, really. That's the reason why I'd rather take it apart and look at it. So, it's like, it's more like I'm thinking the top mesh side. Shut this damn thing up. I'm gonna have to unplug it. Sorry about that. Comes on this one. I don't really feel like messing with the plug so much. Let me just go ahead and. I don't mind doing this. It's a part of my job. It's a part of my life anyway, man. I don't feel like messing with that plug again, because the more I keep plugging it out, the wires are gonna get worse. It's been doing that, so I don't know. I'll check it out and fix it. It's like I was saying. I'm thinking the top side of the mesh is probably clearing out because of that DPF treatment I put in there. But the bottom half is not gonna clear out. It is going to clear out, but you're going to have to keep putting more of it until it's all gone. But even if I do it that way, they like they say on the can, like they say on all of the cans, different brands and stuff like that, they said you don't have to take the unit out. You don't have to take this out. They say you could leave it in there. There's two ways you can clean it. You can disconnect one of these and stick a spraying one or a pump gun, a wand or a pump gun, a spray gun or something. You can spray the solution in there and get it done that way. And wait for it to soften up and stick a pressure hose in there and blow one side out or something, I don't know. And that's one part. And the second option, I would say that's the second option. The first option would be you pour it in here and you pour some in the other side, and you just drive it. They say max out 2,000, 3,000 RPM. That's on a catalytic converter car, like a diesel car or something like that. But on a semi, you just drive it regular, just kind of keep the RPMs kind of high. Don't shift all gears as much as you can. Like, drive it to the local side, look for some wide open space. Better yet, go on the interstate highway and just kind of max the pedal out keep it at a steady RPM, like maybe 70 miles an hour, 65 or something like that. So when, as a gas, as the air comes out, the exhaust gas comes this way, it goes against the filter. So while the soot's getting softened up, by what's in it, and then it pushes it out. It's like it goes down and come out through the exhaust pipe. That's what I'm figuring out. But that's what they said. You must pour it in there. You must drive it a couple of times. You got to increase the RPMs so it can blow it out, so it can clear out the filter. So far it did work. It's working. It hasn't been giving problems, but it's starting to, the thing is, I gotta keep putting more in there. It's not cutting off. It's not stabbing and jerking like it used to. But you could tell by the looks of that filter, you still gotta do more of it. Because I'm thinking the rest of it's probably at the bottom somewhere on the other side. So I gotta knock all of that out. The thing is, I usually pour it in there and let it sit right here in a spot, but I don't drive it. And then there's certain times when I pour it in there and then I start driving, and then that's when it works. But anyways, it works. It could either work when you pour it in the fuel tank, and you could just, it's like if you're fixing to sleep in your truck, right? Let's say if you put this thing in your fuel tank and you're in the truck stop, you don't feel like driving, you don't feel like testing it out, fine, that's okay. It will stay in the bottom of the fuel tank until you're ready to use it. By the time you start driving, that's when you work it out. And it's done that. The truth is, I bought I kind of bought the cheaper brands for car. I mean, it's not exactly for just diesel. It's for gasoline, diesel, and I forgot, hybrid or something. I don't remember what it said. Gasoline, diesel, and something else. It's for all of it. So it's for catalytic converters and DPF units. So it actually worked on this pretty good. I'm getting some minor symptoms that come back whenever I start. It's like as soon as a truck's been sitting around for a couple of hours, and then I crank it up, I let it warm up for a while. As soon as I start driving, it doesn't rough up like it used to. But as soon as I reach the gate, then it kind of act like you want to jerk a little bit. Yeah, so it will kind of come back again. So you just got to keep pouring more into it and just work it all out. Alright, I guess I'm going to just go ahead and finish this. Let me get all this crap out. I don't know if you want to watch me put the stuff back together. It's up to you. I can't really make up my mind, but I guess I'll just go ahead and shoot the video anyway. I'm even starting to find out where the oil leak is coming from. I used to think it was coming from the crankshaft end seal. I'm starting to notice that it's coming from the gasket. It's like the oil pan gasket. It's coming back from the side of the gasket and it's draining somewhere by the transmission bell housing, then it's dropping on the floor. So most of that stuff is really coming from the gasket, plus there's evidence of dry oil all the way around. So it must be the gasket. I could be mistaken for the crankshaft end seal. That's a lot of hard work. Maybe that's in good shape. If it is, I don't have to worry so much. I could fix that myself. Alright, I guess maybe. Alright, I'll go ahead and do it this way. Here's what I don't feel like ignoring. I like putting these things on. You better watch that steel wire, can stab you, cut your finger. I mean, it will prick your finger. It will prick and stab or jab your finger, and you'll bleed. You can go right through my gloves too. I can feel it pretty easy. Right there, go. The one on the other side broke. It was already busted. See, now it stays open. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna get one of these. I'm gonna check the computer and see if Amazon brought my stuff. Excuse me. Try to pull this up. Until I get this truck organized, man. Just about done. Just about done. Wait, hold it, hold it. I'll tell you the worst part of the APU I probably can't fix the generator. The mechanic said those things cost like, I don't know, but I guess he said $3,000. I'm not too sure if I heard correct. Maybe I better do it the right way. Put my stuff up nice and decent. Sorry about the mess, man. I'll clear it all up when I get the chance. I'm not a filthy person. Hold on a second. This should done. Shit, excuse me. No, just going back. You notice I just put another air tank valve fitting, you know, like a air hose thing. One of the middle tanks, you know, the 3 air tanks, I just put one on like yesterday. Hold on for a second. Let me shut that thing up. The thing is, I don't know how to put it on manual, so I tried everything. It doesn't work. It's probably malfunction. I don't know if I could tap into the menu. Let me try it. Timer. Set. No, I don't know the password. I'm gonna have to try this. Try this real quick. Let's see if I can do it. No, I don't want that. It's probably gonna do it on its own. Let's see if it's gonna do it. I know 2 ways I could start it. I could press and hold this down and it'll start much faster. And if I press it once and it says APU starting, it's gonna take a while. So it did. It improved on that part. Usually it won't start. It would say APU starting, and then it would just cut off, and then it would try and start again. So that means it's malfunctioning. But now since it says APU starting, that's when it starts working normal. Before it did that, it said APU starting, and then we'll cut off and go back to the day of the week like it says Sunday, and then we'll come back on again and say APU starting, and it will cut off. So that means it's malfunctioning. It's trying to start, but it can't do it. I don't feel like messing with that plug for right now. I wouldn't mind going ahead and do it again, but I just don't feel like letting this thing run so much, you know what I mean? It's like it's going against the fuel for one thing, but even though it charges up the battery pretty good, it keeps the battery well charged because I'm so busy using my laptop and turning the lights on and stuff. But I just don't like when it cuts on for so long. Hold up, let's use. Yo, I noticed something. There's something underneath here. Yeah, I see it. It's one of them things that go up here. It's right there. It's stuck. So fucking weird. Well, this thing is cool. Let me check it. Yeah, because it's got a severe oil leak. The oil pan gasket must be leaking heavy. Okay. This is alright. It was doing that last night. Okay. I did put some oil back in there. Yes, that's good. That's good. 3/4 at least. Close to 3/4. Last night it was all the way down to half. And I didn't like that. So I put back oil in there. I'm hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers, I'm hoping it's the oil pan gasket that's leaking so heavy. Because I could see where the transmission is sealed up, but I could see it coming from the oil pan. And it's going downwards and it's going underneath the transmission bell housing. I don't see where it's coming from the bell housing and dripping on the floor. I hope I'm lucky. I'm hoping it's not the crankshaft end seal, because that's like $300 labor, and you're looking at probably $4,000 or $5,000 worth of labor, and you're gonna have to pay for parts. $5,000 labor, probably more. If they work on it fast, it wouldn't be $5,000. It'd probably be two and a half. I guess that's it. That's some fuel I left. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back. Really should clean this off. Alright. I ain't trying to be no bum or anything, but okay. I'll probably just leave this right here. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll put that up later. I'm gonna leave all of that stuff out. I gotta organize up in there. So like this. I'm just gonna see where this thing is at. Yeah, you don't see nothing now. Until you mess with this, that's when you're in trouble. If you go moving the wires around. Alright, let me just close this. Try it again, see what happens. You'd be surprised the APU might even come on. leave it on for a while. Turn this off. It's starting to get warmer. It's still kind of chilly, but I don't need that much. Later, I'm gonna have to change all of this. One of them trucks over there, I was driving the white Kenworth. Oh, here it is. What am I saying? Yeah, this truck right here that I was driving last year when I got this job last year. One of these holes busted and left me almost stranded on Highway 35 and where was it? You know Highway 35 in Virginia? The one that goes straight up into Columbus, Ohio? I think it was 64 on Highway 35. I think 64 West Highway 35, yeah. One of these busted. You can tell by the looks of this, I might want to change it. It was actually a blue hose that was about this size. That was on this truck right here. It ain't that bad, but so far it's been acting pretty good. Just all that black stuff right there. I'm thinking it's coming from the other side of the EPF. I gotta finish pouring that stuff in there and work it all out, because the condition of this truck was very, very poor after I started driving it. It was so poor and in bad shape when I kept using it more and more and more. It started stabbing and jerking, and it lost a lot of power. But now, since the last 3 to 4 days, I've been maxing out 65 to 70 miles an hour, and it hasn't been giving any problems. It still will stab and jerk a little bit once in a while, but I still need to work it out. I didn't even get a chance to check this. So I guess all the oil must have choked it and messed it up, and that wire connection now actually made it worse. So now I fold it back into place. Let me try it again. See? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Yeah, it was two things that was messing with it. Alright, so it's an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to cut this video. If I got anything else to shoot, I'll let you know.